trap block. That play's supposed to hit up inside. He does a good job trapping. The back just hit outside the hole, and the trap block was no good.
Billy Eskridge, 32 solos, 18 assists, 50 tackles on the year, 4 quarterback sacks coming into tonight's football game. So it'll bring up a third down. We'll still call it 10 for North. Marchman to throw. Looking downfield, pumps it up over here, in and out of the hands of Joe Lewis. Almost picked off that time by Menius Miller on the rebound.
Well, Menius is playing on the tight side of the field for Barron Collier, and they ran that little flood route into the sideline. And Otis looked first for his tight end down deep, one that they've got the first down on in the first half. We see a little fake here. Otis is going back. He's looking for his tight end here, but he's covered. He pulls it back down and looking for the back out of the backfield, and almost makes a catch. It wouldn't have been enough for the first down anyway.
So it brings up a punting situation now. Keith Kersey to kick. No, it's going to be a fake punt.
He's
Kersey,
sideline.
he takes it on the far side. He is going to try it, and he is brought down, and it all depends upon the spot.
There's a flag come in late now. We'll have to see what that flag is.
Kersey took off on the far side on the fake punt. If they spot it, and it's a face mask against Barron Collier.
Kersey needed to know where that first down marker was. It looks like he came up a little short and got a break with the face mask. He had the whole sideline, but when he gets that close to those first down markers, you've got to dive forward for the first down. Got a break with a face mask, and North Fort Myers pulls one out of there deep in their playbook.
So we've seen all kinds of things. The pass off the reverse, the fake punt by North Fort Myers.
A gutsy call that far back and this early in the half.
There's still 10 minutes and 57 seconds to go in this third quarter. North up by 7-6, and they now have it at the 48-yard line of Barron Collier, following the fake punt and the face mask. It goes to Cisco Novice, and Novice tries to run right up the middle, and they're reaching in there. And you know what they're doing now, Dave? Instead of trying to knock the guy down, they're all reaching in there grabbing for the football.
Trying to create a turnover. You know, that fake punt, that's not something the coach did just out of the clear blue. That's a good scouting report. He had a good scouting report. He saw something in the Barron Collier punt return that let him know in that situation they would have that side of the field. As I said, that's just not off the top of the coach's head on the sideline. That's something they found in their scouting report, planned for, and then put to use.
Second down, 6 for North Fort Myers. Cartmel here to the near side. Otis Marchman, the junior quarterback, turns around and gives it off to Joe Lewis, I do believe. Let's see, it's either Joe Lewis or Marlon Gaiman. And that was Gaiman on the carry. Marlon Gaiman, number 28. Didn't get much at all that time, David. Hit a stone wall. We look at the offense. Otis Marchman, who is now wearing number 14. Cisco Novice, Marlon Gaiman, Joe Lewis, Corey Brockett, and Alan Sims. Cliff Adio, Sean McMillan, Tony Arakri, Al Purvis, and David Teeter. So it's third down and 6 for North Fort Myers at about the 44-yard line. Marchman wants to throw. It's down low. Coming up, Mikael Brinson, but almost coming up with a big catch was Sean Forbes, but he couldn't quite hang on the ball a little bit low.
They had the slant route that time wide open. They had him one-on-one out here and made a good slant route. And Otis didn't throw a real bad ball. That receiver's got to go down and get this ball. Steps up, they get their hands down. It's down a little low, but, you know, that's first down yardage right there. That receiver's got to get on the ground and try to pull that one out.
So once again, Keith Kersey dropping back in punt formation. Herschel Troutman and Clifton Robinson, the receivers. Hurrying over to get back in good position is Larry Shaw. He didn't want to leave that wide open. And this time, Kersey goes for the out-of-bounds marker, but it comes down to Robinson at the 9-yard line.
Oops.
Clifton Robinson at the 9. Watch out for that wall.
Oops.
He's got a wall on the far side. Clifton Robinson is driven out of bounds by the punter, Keith Kersey, but not before he brings it all the way from the 9-yard line, David, back to the 49-yard line of North Fort Myers.
We've said this time and time again, you do not want to punt the football to those explosive running backs. They are outstanding open field runners. Let's see it on the replay here. First time he didn't kick the ball quite deep enough, so he tried to get it in bounds. Gets around the corner, the wall's formed, and now he does what he does so very well. Good block right there. Outruns that defender, and has got one man to beat, and the punter does a good job using the sideline as his friend to get him out of bounds.
So here come the Cougars. 9:14 to go in this third quarter. 7-6, North out ahead. Collier, first and 10 at the 49-yard line of North Fort Myers. The handoff to Herschel Troutman. He gets about 3 as he cracks over the left side. The stop that time, once again, by Glenn Huffman. So Collier, after the electrifying punt return by Clifton Robinson, has the ball in excellent position. 2nd down, 6. Matt Camuso, Clifton Robinson, Herschel Troutman, Jamie Davenport, and Mike Johnson, Walker, Major, Schimmel, Hussein, Moore, and Diadamo. 2nd and 6 for the Cougars. Right at the 45-yard line of North Fort Myers. The handoff comes to Clifton Robinson, and Robinson can't find much running room once again. Number 74, Glenn Huffman, along with 51, Mickey Franklin.
You know, a lot of the time when Barron's in this 3rd and 4 or 5, they like to go to Diadamo. They'll spread the defense out, try to get Diadamo matched up one-on-one with a linebacker and give him the football. That's what they went to when they were down on the goal line for the touchdown, and it's one of their favorite plays in this 3rd and 4 or 5 situation.
3rd down along 4 for the Cougars. At the 43-yard line of North. North out ahead, 7-6. 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Camuso to throw. Looking up over the middle, pumps it down, intended for number 1, Mike Johnson. And Mike Johnson, right in between a couple of red shirts out there, may have taken his eye off the football for just a split second.
North Fort Myers had it well defended. They had a defender in the front and a defender behind. If we can see it on the replay, we'll see Justin Diadamo wide open on the sideline, but Matt Camuso elects to go deep.
We got a flag, David. Go ahead.
And couldn't quite get the catch.
Sean Forbes and Larry Shaw, and this penalty is going to go against Barron Collier.
It has to be a big one, or North Fort Myers would not have accepted it because it would have forced a 4th down. Now you give them 3rd down.
They moves the football back inside the midfield stripe, inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd down, and we'll call it about 16 yards to go.
That's a tough call for a coach. Do you give them 4th and 5, or do you move them back and give them 2 more downs here?
So Collier with 3rd down and 16 from their own 44-yard line. Menius Miller over here to the near side. Robinson in the slot. Camuso to throw. Looking over here to the near side. He pumps it up, and it is caught by Clifton Robinson. And depending upon the spot, I don't think he's got the 1st down, but it brings up 4th and less than 1.
Looks like it's going to be just short. You know, Clifton Robinson, you think of him as a running back, but he's the leading receiver for Barron Collier. That time they ran a deep flag and ran him on a deep out, and we'll see Clifton come out of his flanker and run this out cut, and Matt puts the ball exactly where he wants to, right on the money. Fine catch, but just short of the 1st down.
Driven out of bounds by Marchman. You mentioned leading receiver. He's the 2nd leading receiver in Southwest Florida. 27 catches, David, 16.1 yards per catch coming into tonight's football game, and it's a 4th down and about 1. And Barron Collier is going to call timeout. 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. 7-6. David, the winner of this football game, plays another time. Now, North does have a game against Bishop Verot next week. This could be Collier's last regular season game. In fact, it is. But if Collier wins tonight, they go to the playoffs. If North wins tonight, they go to the playoffs.
That's right, and that will be in 2 weeks. The playoff starts in Florida in 2 weeks. When Barron Collier's brought their power game in. They brought Billy Estridge in. They'll line him up in the backfield as a blocking back. Sometimes they give him the ball, and sometimes they use him as a blocking back. On 4th down now, I don't think you'll see a trick out of this. I think you'll see power football trying to get that 1st down. Here again, if North Fort Myers would not have accepted that penalty, it would have been 4th and 5 or 6 for Barron Collier. They accept it, give Barron 2 more cracks at it. Barron completes that nice pass, and now it's 4th and 1. A better chance than they had if they would have declined the penalty. That's a tough call for a coach.
You can see Dave Tanner walking off on the far side. 4th down and 1 for Barron Collier at the 39-yard line, just inside the 40.
Here's your power formation.
And you can see they've got Billy Eskridge up in front. They go to the bone. You got Robinson and Troutman, and it goes to Billy Eskridge, and Eskridge gets the 1st down. Cracks the right side. He didn't get much, David, but he got the 1st down.
The ball came loose. We'll have to see if it came loose after the forward momentum was stopped.
They're looking at it over there on the far side. That was Billy Eskridge on the carry. And officials timeout. Richard Pygott wants a timeout. He's going to bring those chains in. I say they've got it.
Looks like Billy got just over, and it looks like he fumbled the football after his momentum was stopped.
You can tell, though, that he's not a running back. You notice how straight up and down he was running. He didn't get low to the ground and pump it in there. Boy, he didn't make it by a heck of a lot, David, but nonetheless, it's first down and 10 for Barron Collier.
You know, in a short yardage situation, you ask your backs to run behind their pads. That means to bend over and get their pads, shoulder pads out in front of them, and not give the defenders a good shot to straighten you up.
7-6, North Fort Myers out ahead of Collier. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this crucial 4A District 11 football game at Moody Field. Matt Camuso wants to throw, and he's hit. And now did his arm come forward? Yes, the referee, Richard Pygott, ruled that Camuso's arm was moving forward, so it's an incomplete forward pass.
Good rush by North Fort Myers, coming around the corner that time and hooking his arm as it started forward. I think that's a very nice call, very good call, correct call by the official. All that has to happen is a quarterback's arm start forward. Once that arm starts forward, it'll be an incomplete pass. Let's look at it on the replay here. You see Matt comes back, and Diadamo just doesn't get the defensive end block, and you see the arm come forward, and the ball pops out then.
That's Jerry Davis. And, of course, Wade Hummel upset here on the near side. He thought it should have been a fumble.
Well,
Second
defensive
down
coaches would.
And 10 for Barron Collier at the 34-yard line. At the 39-yard line, Camuso pumps it out. It is complete to Clifton Robinson. Robinson gets enough for the first down as he moves it inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line.
You know, we've said a lot of good things about Clifton, and he does a lot of fine things on the football field, but that time Matt Camuso gets outside, Clifton runs his route, is covered, and then, as all really good receivers does, come back to meet the football. And that time he did just that. He ran his initial route, was not open. Matt got around the corner, had time to throw, and Clifton came back to give his quarterback an open receiver to throw the ball to.
First down and 10 for Collier. Camuso, 5 out of 12. 41 yards on the evening. He came in completing 55% of his passes. He wants to throw again. Pumps it on the far side again, intended for Clifton Robinson, defended out there by Corey Brockett, but that one just a little bit too far out in front.
Well, that's what, Barron's got what they want right here. They've got a linebacker trying to guard Clifton Robinson man to man, and that's a tough chore for anybody on the football team, let alone your linebacker. They're going to their trips formation, they're spreading the defense out, and they've got Clifton in there manned up on a linebacker, and that's exactly what they want, that's exactly what they're going to, and they had him open that time, he just couldn't quite make the catch.
Second down and 10 for the Cougars. They have it at the 27 or 28-yard line of North Fort Myers. North leading 7-6 here in the third quarter.
Wide open.
It goes to Herschel Troutman, and Troutman inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, brought down by Otis Marchman. Barron, along with number 82 in there, Corey Brockett. First down, Barron Collier.
Barron's got their offense cranked up now. They're throwing the ball on the money. They're running the ball real well. This play hasn't been successful for them, but they won't give up on it. Herschel's too good of a running back. They get him the ball that time, get the end block, get him the corner, and then Herschel, as you see him diving forward for that extra yardage.
Collier has it at the 15-yard line of North Fort Myers. They trail 7-6, 6 minutes, 13 seconds to go in this third quarter. Camuso out of the shotgun. Receivers out to force. He's got 4 receivers out wide. Camuso pumps it up into the corner.
It's going to
get picked off. Almost intercepted out there that time by Corey Brockett. Not a very good throw that time by Matt Camuso.
It was a poor decision by Matt. He had too many red shirts over there. He had him spread out, nobody in the backfield but him. A real spread out type of shotgun where there's nobody back there with him. Had the whole field to look at, and just really made a bad decision as where he was going to throw the football that time. That's hard to read. You got all those people across the field. It's hard to see that much of the field.
We're at Moody Field in North Fort Myers. 6 minutes exactly to go in this third quarter. 7-6. North out ahead of Barron Collier. Second down and 10 for the Cougars at the 15-yard line. That's Rashid Golden in motion. The draw play to Herschel Troutman. Watch out. Herschel Troutman, touchdown, and a fine block by Clifton Robinson that put him in the end zone. 15 yards on the draw. Herschel Troutman. It is now 12-7.
Oh, we saw that time that Herschel, they set the draw up real well, got fine blocking at the point of attack on the line of scrimmage, and then Clifton's spread out in his wideout position and goes down and makes a fine seal block on the safety. and it's hard enough to tackle Herschel in the open field, let alone when you're being blocked.
12 plays on that drive, Dave.
It's fine. That was a great drive by Barron Collier. As I said, they really got their offense clicking now.
Herschel, 10 carries, 44 yards, and they're going to go for 2. And now they call a timeout by North Fort Myers. North calls the timeout as Collier up 12-7 wants to go for 2.
Well, let's take a look at the replay of the touchdown. You see Matt come back, fake the pass, show the draw, good blocking at the point of attack, getting through, and now you see Clifton just at the left-hand side of your screen get a great seal block here on the safety and lets Herschel go in untouched.
You know, you don't have to knock the guy down. He just screened off Otis Marchman back there, and it was easy for Herschel.
And Jamie Davenport gets a block down in the end zone, too. Good blocking, good downfield blocking. That's what really makes touchdowns. If you get good blocking at the point of attack, you'll get a good gain. But to make touchdowns, you've got to get that downfield blocking by your receivers.
So the Cougars take the lead, 12-7 with 5 minutes and 53 seconds to go in this third quarter. They lined up. They were going to go for 2. We now see Gonzalez in there. He is the kicker. Whether or not they're going to change their mind or whatever it is, but you know what Dave Tanner is thinking about. He's thinking 12-7. If I get one, it's 13-7. A touchdown and an extra point can beat me.
Well, they've got to get the 7-point lead, and then that forces North Fort Myers, if they score, to make a decision whether to go to for the tie with a kick or 2 to win.
They're going to go for the 2. The Barron Collier Cougars again. They got the big horse backfield in there. Billy Eskridge at fullback. Fake inside by Camuso. He throws it out in the end zone. Incomplete. Intended, I do believe, for Herschel Troutman out there on the far side. And he just couldn't come up with it. And so that's where we stand. 12-7. Barron Collier out ahead of North Fort Myers. We'll come back to Moody Field with more third quarter excitement after this.
Hurry over to All-American Tire for an October celebration. The professionals at All-American Tire are at it again with another big sale. Get an oil change, lube, and filter for just $12.95 for most cars and light trucks. Get big savings on our famous Goodyear tires, including the fabulous AquaTread. Buy now and save. 2 large Naples locations to serve you. All-American Tire, 3950 Mercantile Avenue, phone 643-2885, and 1271 Airport Road, phone 434-8473.
Hey!
What?
Look at this.
Look at what?
This can't be right. Just $1.79?
Maybe they sent us the wrong sign.
Turn it over.
Introducing McDonald's All-American Meal. Our original cheeseburger, a small order of golden fries, and small Coke at a price you won't believe.
Maybe it goes this way.
No, I don't think so.
Get McDonald's classic tastes for just $1.79.
I sure hope that's right.
Yeah, me too. I only got $2 for lunch.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Thinking of buying a home, condominium, or lot?
Soft Light Beaches, accessible to everyone. Golf, tennis, swimming, boating activities, entertainment for the young and old. Naples sells itself, and a realtor can help you buy wisely.
Visit Bonita Springs and find out why it's Southwest Florida's fastest growing area. The water's great in Bonita and the prices are right.
Tune in the Home Show at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. and Condominium Showcase at 9:30 and 1:30 every day on Channel 10.
The Naples Cheesecake Company in Naples and Fort Myers produces the freshest and best-tasting cheesecakes you'll find anywhere. The meticulous care and preparation that goes into each and every product is what makes the Naples Cheesecake Company simply the best. The delicious flavoring is blended in, along with a variety of other tasty ingredients, baked daily in their own ovens. Don't miss out. Give yourself and your friends a treat. Call 598-9070 now. That's the Naples Cheesecake Company, 598-9070. Good.
So Collier now will kick it off. The last time Gonzalez did the little pooch kick, and North started in excellent field position but couldn't capitalize. And David, you go back again to not taking that penalty, and which gave Barron a 3rd down and long. They were able to convert with the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Well, Barron, you got to give a lot of credit to their offense that time. This is the first sustained drive that they had. 12 plays is an excellent drive. We saw North Fort Myers make a 13-play drive in the first half. That's just fine offensive football.
And once again, Gonzalez on the pooch kick and calling for the fair catch. Over there on the far side for North Fort Myers is Kevin Herring. And so North will put it in play at their own 24-yard line, trailing now for the first time in this football game, 12-7.
Well, they need to get that wishbone cranked back up as they did in their one fine drive in the first half.
Both teams coming in 4-1 in the district, and that's why it is so crucial. Cape Coral is at 4-0. They have 2 contests remaining. The Cape playing at Cypress Lake tonight and at Fort Myers, which will be our football game of the week on the Colony Sports Network next week. But it all depends what happens tonight over there. And, of course, these 2 teams, one of them is going to be in the runner-up spot, depending upon what happens across town. The handoff, the loose football. Cisco Navas fumbled the football, and it looks as though Barron Collier is going to come up with it. Let's see if we can get in there and get close as to who has the football, who's holding it up there in the air. I can't tell. We're too far away.
Let's take a look at the replay. This is just the first part where he puts it in the fullback's belly, and the fullback never had the football. Never got the football.
Stripped by Sean Beatty. Beatty, the one that causes the fumble.
And it looks to me like Darren McDonald, 44, comes in and falls on the ball from the backside.
So what a big break for Barron Collier. They just scored. North fumbles on their first possession.
You can look for Barron to go for a big play right here.
Now the Cougars have it at the 24-yard line. That's Diadamo flip-flopping to the far side. Camuso gives it off to Menius Miller. And Miller goes over the left side, over the right side. The stop made that time by David Teeter. But that's the first time. Well, of course, this is the first game for Menius, but his first carry.
Yeah, Menius is a fine athlete. We've seen him in the past, not this year, but last year. And we know he is a fine athlete, can do many good things with the football.
So it's now 2nd down and 4 for Barron Collier. Inside the 20. We have lost one of our cameras up here outside the press box. But the rest of them are working, so we'll keep going. Here comes Herschel Troutman to the near side. He gets around one. He drives for the end zone, and no. They're going to rule him out of bounds. They're going to rule him out of bounds at the 1-yard line, just pushed out there by Tyrone Davis. Matt Camuso has Herschel Troutman and Clifton Robinson in behind him. Camuso gives it to Troutman. Troutman cracks the left side, and touchdown. Touchdown, Herschel Troutman from 1 yard away.
Barron Collier offense is just taking charge right now, taking hold of this game, and have really set the tempo for this second half.
4 minutes, 26 seconds to go in this third quarter. And Barron Collier has come up with 12 points. They lead 18-7. And it appears as though they're going to go for one, but you never can tell, Dave. In the contest is Mark Gonzalez. His holder is Jamie Davenport. Don't forget Davenport, the backup quarterback. Gonzalez awaiting a snap. There it down. The ball is down. It is up, and it is good.
Looks like he drove that one through.
19-7. With 4 minutes and 26 seconds to go in this third quarter, and Collier capitalizing on that fumble recovery after Beatty stripped the ball from Cisco Navas.
Well, we talked earlier in the game that a key for North Fort Myers would be to eliminate their turnovers. That's the first turnover of the football game for either team, and what a big turnover it is. You know, they're only down 1 touchdown. They get the ball. There's plenty of time left in the third quarter in the game. They've been able to drive the ball in the first half against Barron Collier, and on the first play from scrimmage, they fumble the football. Now Barron goes up with a 2-touchdown lead, and North Fort Myers backs are to the wall.
So we'll see how Wade Hummel's young folks react as they now trail 19-7. But remember, they came from way back several times. 4 minutes, 26 seconds to go in this third quarter. Mark Gonzalez appears as though he's going to pooch it one more time. But you notice North has made some changes, and they're moving some of their Swift guys up to take this kick.
This ball should be returned. This is a little deeper than they've been kicking.
Joe Lewis, and Lewis slips down as he tries to make the cut. Covered in there by Mikkel Brinson. along with number 44, Darren McDonald.
Now, Barron did a good job covering that kickoff. I don't think he would have had much more room to run even if he hadn't have slipped down.
So North Fort Myers now trailing 19-7, has the football. We take a look now. That might be a little bit some of the stuff from the halftime show, whatever it is out there. A little bit of the dew falling on Moody Field. Marchman pitches it back to Gaiman, and Gaiman is hit and dragged down by Darren McDonald. He just got a handful of jersey and said, that's it.
Even though Darren McDonald made the tackle, the play was made by the interior, or by the defensive end and the cornerback coming up and stopping that and stringing it out and letting the inside linebacker come in and make that tackle. As we'll see it here on the replay, you see that Gaiman wants to get upfield right now, and he can't. Mikhail Brinson is in there really stringing it out, and then here comes Darren McDonald from his inside-out pursuit to make the play.
Second down and 13 yards to go for North Fort Myers. Over
Nice
the
catch.
middle, incomplete pass. I want to tell you, Corey Brockett went up right in the middle of three white-shirted Barron Collier Cougars and came down with a football.
Oh, what a tough catch to make. You know you're going to get hit when that ball goes up high like that, and he kept his concentration, went up, and just hung on to it. Amazing catch.
5'11", 170-pound senior Corey Brockett. And he was clapping, and he should applaud himself after that one. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3. North. Marchman pitches it back to Joe Lewis, and Joe Lewis dropped over there by Menius Miller. Menius coming up from his cornerback spot, makes the big stop.
You got to make the lead block, and Marlon Gaiman came out that time and missed the block on the corner. If he gets that block and seals him to the inside like he's supposed to, the back can get around the corner and probably for a big gain. But when you don't make that block, good things can't happen, and he surely didn't make the block that time.
So it brings in the punter, Keith Kersey. Something all coaches fear in Southwest Florida, having to punt to Herschel Troutman and or Clifton Robinson.
We saw it the last time.
So see which way Kersey goes this time. And notice they're putting pressure on him now. He drives that one out of bounds. It doesn't go that far. It'll be marked at the 49-yard line. So the Cougars, once again, Dave, excellent field position, just 51 yards away. They lead 19-7 over North. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this third quarter. The winner of this contest pretty much guaranteed a playoff spot. Whether it's number 1 or number 2, we don't know.
Boy, the threat of the punt return really helps you. No matter, last time they kick the ball to him, they get the big punt. This time they don't kick the ball to him, so it's a short punt and they get fine field position. What a difference it makes when you have those explosive backs back there to return punts.
Mike Johnson here to the near side. In behind Matt Camuso. Coming flip-flopping now to this side is Justin Diadamo. Now they move into split backs. Camuso to Herschel Troutman. Just a straight-ahead dive over the left side. Number 56 for North Fort Myers, David Teeter on the stop.
Now, North Fort Myers has not stopped Barron in this half. They did such a fine job in the first half. The last 3 times Barron has had the football, they've scored. North Fort Myers has to do something different. They have to change up their stunts on defense and try to get Barron Collier stopped right here. If Barron scores here, the game's pretty much over.
Herschel, 13 carries, 65 yards on the night. 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars. 3 receivers to the far side. Camuso rolls that way, looking downfield, pumps and complete to Justin Diadamo. The stop made by Joe Lewis, but not before Diadamo, and that's what you're talking about. He likes to go to that tight end on crucial situations.
Well, you can't give Matt Camuso that much time. There was no contain on the corner that time. Matt comes around out there, and he's got the whole field of vision out there. Nobody's containing him. Nobody's putting pressure on him. You give him a whole look at the field, and then he gets his big tight end down there, and he's going to deliver the ball on the money. There's no doubt about that.
Jamie Davenport out to one side. Mike Johnson here to the near side. Clifton Robinson in the slot to the far side. That's Herschel Troutman in behind Matt Camuso. 1st down and 10 Cougars at the 35-yard line of North Fort Myers. Camuso to throw. Puts it up in the air, and what a fine catch over there on the far side. Coming down with the football. It appears to be number 24, Clifton Robinson. And boy, you talk about this young man coming in 27 catches on the year, and he's picked up several more here
You
tonight.
see, you're just giving Matt Camuso too much time to throw. He's got this time now. Finally, you get a little pressure on him, but you don't contain him. You let him out of that pressure. He gets his shoulders turned, and as we talked about earlier, Clifton is a good receiver. He's not going to let his quarterback stand back there with nobody to throw to. He's going to come back to meet the football.
First down and 10 for the Cougars at the 20-yard line of North Fort Myers. That's Rashid Golden coming over here to the near side. Camuso once again off to Herschel Troutman. Herschel breaks one tackle, looking for a block. He gets one, but he can't get away this time from Larry Shaw. Nice open field tackle by Shaw.
It was a nice open field tackle, but isn't Herschel something? Gets hit back there, sheds the tackler, runs the wrong way for about 10 yards, but he's not worried. He comes up and no gain, or maybe, oh no, he got 3 yards on the play.
So it'll be second down and 7. He moved the ball to the 17-yard line, and we have reached the end of the third quarter. So a big third stanza for Barron Collier. They now have the lead, 19-7 over North Fort Myers. We'll come back on the Colony Sports Network to Moody Field after this.
Being right is not always enough. It requires more to present your case in court to a jury of your peers. It requires competent legal counsel, someone who's been trained, someone who has experience in how to present a case. We do care about the people we represent. It instills in us a sense of pride to be able to make a difference in their life, to place them back on their feet financially, to help restore a sense of dignity. It's important to us.
Phil, thanks for giving the baby and I a ride.
No problem. Glad to do it.
Ooh, it's really chilly in here.
Yeah, I took my car to George's Auto Air for their $9 checkup special. They checked all the belts and hoses, leak checked it, and added Freon.
Well, whatever they did, it worked. It's downright cold in here. Do you mind if I turn the air conditioner off?
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Ah!
Put the polar bear in your car. See George's Auto Air, 1400 Commercial Drive.
The book you see is the UT Red Book. You've been advertising in it for years. This is a new phone book, Community Directory. It looks like the Red Book, doesn't it? Community Directory costs less, about 50% less. In Fort Myers, when you compare apples to apples, the one to pick is the one you're looking at. It's a simple choice.
Hey! What? I don't think it's gonna fit the billboard.
Gotta fit.
Presenting McDonald's double quarter pounder with cheese, with 2 juicy quarter-pound patties of beef.
Okay, it fits.
Where are you gonna put the fries and the Coke?
The what?
With large golden fries and a medium Coke, it's our new double quarter pounder with cheese extra value meal.
Okay, fit.
Now where are you gonna put the arches?
The what?
What you want is what you get.
The double quarter pounder with cheese extra value meal.
At McDonald's today.
We're getting ready for fourth quarter play.
Well, Barron Collier just dominated the third quarter, not only offensively, but defensively. North Fort Myers just couldn't do anything on the offensive side of the football.
Matt Camuso, 7 out of 16, 69 yards and 1 touchdown. Herschel Troutman, 14 carries for 69 yards. Marlon Gaiman for North Fort Myers, 8 for 74.
And that's all in the first half.
And you saw, David, how the dew begins to collect here in southwest Florida at this time of the year. And it kind of gets on the field, makes it a little bit slippery.
No, the field's in as good a shape as you can expect for the end of a football season. You got to remember, not only they play football games on this, they got their band marching on it, they probably got their soccer team practice on it. There's a lot of wear and tear on these
I don't know
fields.
if we can get a shot down at the 15-yard line on where North Fort Myers is. There's a couple of sports writers down there on the 15-yard line. Paula Parrish from the Fort Myers, from the News Press, and Steve Bailey from the Daily News. We'll get that shot in just a minute. There they are right there. They are soon to become husband and wife, and they do a great job. Look at Herschel Troutman about great jobs. But those two young reporters soon to become husband and wife, David, and we say congratulations to them.
We sure do.